Today, y'all, we're doing a little bit of a rerun. I showed this look in my most recent Silk Press Moments video where I talked about my favorite looks from previous years. But this look in particular, I feel like I did a lot of things that I am going to be doing and also some things that I'm not going to be doing going into the Silk Press season. So I thought we would run it back and look at what I did here. If you're new, my name is Niara Alexis. I mostly focus on hair with a little bit of lifestyle and beauty. So if that's what you're into, you might want to go ahead and hit subscribe. I do just want to note that in this look, I am fully relaxed. You see how my hair has absolutely no curl to it. I haven't relaxed my hair since about like September of last year. At this point, I'm basically fully natural. So that is going to kind of play into some of the things that I feel like I will and will not be doing going into this new Silk Press season. Here, I'm just applying some conditioner. This is the Pantene Rescue Shots. These are like the best. If you ever see them, get them. I never see them anymore, or they cost like so much, and you could get like 3 containers for like $5. So I just refuse to pay more than that, but I am fully relaxed here, so that's why my hair is like super straight, super limp, and like so smooth. So I put the conditioner in, I leave it in for about 10 to 15 minutes, and I go ahead and rinse it out, and then I'm gonna go in with a leave-in. This is the TPH Ride or Die leave-in. It's pretty good. I usually do like 1, maybe 2 spritzes per side of my head. Now, one thing that I'm not going to be doing going into the Silk Press season is just blow drying kind of willy-nilly. I'm going to have more of a technique to it. I used to be able to blow dry my hair when it was all fully relaxed, just like in one big chunk. Like I'm just tackling this one side. I never had to like part and separate my hair and section it off to blow dry it. It was very, very easy to blow dry. Now, if I do go back to relax, I probably will be able to do this. I'm still deciding on if I'm gonna relax my hair or texlax it. But if I stay natural, I won't be able to do that. The other thing too, and I mentioned this in a previous video, is I am going to use a concentrator or a blow dry attachment like a comb or something going forward, especially if my hair is natural. But even when it wasn't natural and I used a concentrator or a comb, my hair just came out so much smoother. And don't get me wrong, this look ended up looking really cute, but like some of the looks that I really enjoyed the most of myself, I was using a comb attachment or a concentrator that made my hair so much smoother. And it's really important to get your hair as smooth and as straight as you can in the blow dry to have that really silky, bouncy silk press. am going to continue to flat iron my hair in very small, very thin sections, especially if I decide to stay natural. That's going to be key. But I've always done that whether my hair was relaxed or natural. I've never really been like fully natural before, but I've always done it whether my hair was relaxed. Thin sections is like really the key to getting like that good silky silk press. So I know I'm going to do that regardless. But one thing I am going to start doing is like separating my sections like I did here to make them not as wide, so I don't have to do as many passes with my flat iron. Previously, I would have just taken that whole line of hair and I would have done like a bunch of passes and probably like hit multiple spots on that section of hair, like more than like 3 or 4 times. So I think I'm going to move forward with like flat ironing sections that like aren't as wide. I don't know why it's so hard for me to get this out, but flat ironing sections that aren't as wide, so I'm not going over the roots as much, and maybe that will help with like some of like the breakage and things that I see throughout the silk press season. Now, I used to be like fully dedicated to the middle part, but I think going into the silk press season, I am gonna try to switch up my parts a little bit more, do the side parts more, and not even just like a side part on one side, but just try to switch it up. So like maybe do a middle part one time, side part to the left, side part to the right, to like kind of move it around so that I'm not putting so much stress on like that one part of my hair. I didn't really see like too much like breakage or damage like in my middle part per se, so it's not really like a thing of like I saw an issue with it before, but I just think it would be better. Like even just this look overall, like some of my favorite looks from my silk press like best moments video were the side part looks, so I think I just want to play with my parting a little bit more. I also did ask you guys on Instagram like what you guys thought about me getting bangs, because I am gonna have to do a cut, which kind of leads me to my next point. I think I'm gonna have a more regimented schedule of doing my trims. Before I would just kind of do them whenever I thought I needed, but I think going forward I'm gonna stick to like a certain amount of weeks. I don't know if it's gonna be 4 weeks, every 6 weeks, maybe it's just like once a month, like the first week of the month or something like that, where I do a trim. Because this video, looking at my hair and when I was looking at it like just in a straightened state, I felt like I could have used a trim, like especially around like the front pieces, and I just didn't. And I think I was just like liking the length of it here, but I think I'm gonna stick to trimming my hair no matter what after a certain period of time, so that I can keep up with that regimen and promote like those healthy ends. I also wanted to note here that I am using the GHD Platinum Plus. If you don't know about the GHD flat irons, most of them I think, have only an on and off button. They heat up to 365 degrees, and the reason why they do that is because they say that that's like the optimal temperature for you to heat style your hair without having excessive damage. This was the first GHD flat iron I ever had, and then I bought the Chronos. I always get asked about which one I like more. Honestly, they're both very, very good because some of my favorite looks I've done with the Platinum Plus, and I've done a lot of good looks with the Chronos as well. So I honestly say like you can't go wrong with either or. I do feel like the Chronos gives you like a little bit of a smoother look and like a silkier and shinier look. But like just looking at my hairstyle here, like the Platinum Plus does great, and it is a little bit cheaper than the Chronos. So if you ever see the Platinum Plus on sale, I would definitely go for it. I don't think you'll be disappointed by it. I personally am so in love with my Chronos, so you know, whichever one you decide. I did also just get sent from them their Chronos Curve Classic, which is their new curling iron that has like the Chronos technology in it. So I'll be trying that this silk press season too, to share with you guys what I think about it. Maybe I'll do like a little bit of like a wavy style with it, or like a blowout type of style, because I would love to do something like that with like an actual curling iron. And one of you guys actually gave me a suggestion in the best silk press moments video, which I'll link that down below. And you were saying like you liked my makeup looks and I should start incorporating them into the wash day videos like at the end. So I'm gonna test it out here. You guys let me know if you like actually want me to start doing that going forward. This is the Saltaire lip balm. I can't remember what shade it is exactly, but it's the pink one. And then this is the Farah Humidity lip liner in the shade Bruni or Brunei, I'm not sure how you say that. It's a very nice lip liner, especially if you are a MAC chestnut girl and you just like want something that's a little bit different but not too far off. It's a very, very nice like comparable shade to that. I use it all the time. I actually haven't used my MAC chestnut in a while. I still have this lip liner and I've used it up. It's just so good, and it's a really nice neutral brown. And then this lipstick is from the Fashion Nova like beauty line. I don't even have this lipstick anymore. I think it was called Cutie. I'll see if I can find it and link it for you guys. If I can't, I'll find some colors that are similar to it and link those down below. And then for my gloss, I'm using the Milani lip oil, and this is in the shade Lychee Nectar. That's my favorite one out of all of them. They actually just came out with some new fall shades, so maybe I should try that. But if you guys want me to incorporate my makeup at the end of the videos, let me know, and maybe I'll start doing that going forward. Now the last thing I think I'm gonna start doing is incorporating some OG products. Like I literally just bought a bottle of the cheese silk infusion. I'm using the Olaplex oil here, don't get me wrong, that's a nice product, but the cheese silk infusion, like that was like one of the original like OG silk press products for me at least. So I think I'm gonna start to incorporate some of like those like staple products like we grew up using, at least for me. I don't know, maybe y'all too young and y'all didn't grow up using that, but I did. So I can't wait to start incorporating some of that stuff, and then just like very notable like products that I've never used before, like the It's a 10 leave-in conditioner. I've never used it. So I hope you guys like this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.